Good morning, Goa. Our daily greeting and the name of our show, which has been running for over a week now. We are into our second week, and today, of course, is the day of Dasera, and we wish all our viewers an extremely happy, prosperous, and joyous Dasera. Me and my colleague Rajendra Desai, the editor of Dainik Herald, who will be taking us to the next half an hour, I'm sure, joins me in wishing all our viewers, all our readers of all our publications and everybody in Goa. Today is the festival of Dasera, which is the festival of the triumph of good over evil, and this is what we always fight for as people in Goa, as journalists, as activists. Our basic fight is not our own selfish fight, but the fight for a better Goa, the fight for good over evil. Rajendra.
सुजयजी पुराण काळात दसऱ्याचे महत्व खूप महत्त्वाचे आशिल्ले. इवन इतिहास काळात सुद्धा दसऱ्याच्या उपरांत म्हणजे दसऱ्याच्या पासून सीमोल्लंघन करताले, म्हणजे सीमा बॉर्डरी क्रॉस करून वचपाचे आणि नवे प्रांत, नवो प्रदेश, नवे जिखपाचे. आयज आमी काय वचून कोणाचेर हल्लो करपाक किंवा आनी पयलीं सारके करपाक शकना, पूण आयज आमी करपाक शकता की ज्यो बाकीच्यो बॉर्डरी आसा त्यो ज्ञानाचे बॉर्डरी आसूं, त्यो ऑक्युपेशनाच्यो बॉर्डरी आसूं, त्यो प्रोफेशनाच्यो बॉर्डरी आसूं, त्यो पार करून आनी हय मानवतेच्यो बॉर्डरी ज्यो बरे बरेचे आमचे आमी हे घालून दिल्या ते पार करपाची एक दसऱ्या उपरांत एक आमी आतां ह्या युगांत आमी करपाक जाय. आनी दसऱ्याक त्या अर्थान आजच्या युगांत खूप म्हत्व आसा. तुमकां सगळ्यांक दसऱ्याच्यो हार्दिक शुभेच्छा.
Yes, and moving on, I think we will start with the all-party meeting conducted by the Chief Minister yesterday to work out a strategy before the Chief Minister goes and attends the meeting of the three Chief Ministers on the vexed issue of the Mhadei waters. The Mhadei Water Disputes Tribunal has asked the Chief Ministers of Karnataka, Maharashtra and Goa to sit together across the table and see if a final solution can be cracked on the issue of the three states sharing water. The basic problem is with Goa and Karnataka. Goa has accused, and rightly so, Karnataka for diverting or attempting to divert Goa's waters in spite of several directions of the Supreme Court. Goa is very clear that the Mhadei waters, and in fact our Mandovi is essentially a part of Mother Mhadei, and we feel, Goa has consistently felt that this diversion will deplete the waters in the Goa part of the Mhadei. And what is important here is that all the parties have told the Chief Minister that yes, you do go and attend the meeting because courtesy demands you to do so, but you please attend, but do not bend. Do not compromise Goa's condition or Goa's position at any point of time. So that's the headline that Herald took. Attend but do not bend, the CM told on Mhadei meeting. Other papers have also carried it, but we in Herald have led with it, front paged it, and of course Times of India too has front paged the issue. It is a very important issue. All papers have indeed taken it. Times says talk on Mhadei sans compromise of Goa's interest. That's what Times of India has said. Let us see what the Goan has said. The Goan has not front page the Mhadei issue, but another issue that we'll come to quickly. But yeah, they have put that on the second front page. Mhadei, Parrikar advised not to meet Karnataka and Maharashtra CMs. Of course, Parrikar is not taking this advice. He is indeed going, and and people are okay with it. But only thing is, all the parties, Congress, the Goa Forward, and the other parties have all said that please do go for the meeting, but do not compromise, do not give an inch. Rajendra.
सुजयजी आज सगळे ऑलमोस्ट ऑल मराठी इवन कोंकणी आमच्या पेपरांत काही जाणांनी हेडलाईन केल्या, काही जाणांनी, पण बहुतेक सगळ्यांची आज पहिल्या पानाचेर ही बातमी आयल्या. आणि तांणी सीएमाक अशें सजेस्ट केला की तुम्ही आउट ऑफ कोर्ट किंवा आउट ऑफ ट्रिब्युनल तुम्ही कसलेच तडजोडी करू नका, कसलीच तुम्ही डिस्कशन करू नका. कारण आयज मेरेन कर्नाटका सारख्या राज्याचो असो अनुभव आसा की उदकाच्या बाबतीत ते दिल्ले आश्वासनां आजपर्यंत तांच्यांनी पाळूं ना. तामिळनाडू आणि कर्नाटकाचे जे वॉर आसा उदका वयल्यान ताचे बेजीक एक रिजन आसा ते जे सेटलमेंट जाल्ले, जे डिस्कशन जाल्ले, जे अग्रीमेंट जाल्ले ते तांच्यांनी पाळलेले ना आनी गोंयाच्या बाबतींत सुद्दां फाल्यां ते पाळटले हाजे वयल्यान विश्वास ना. तेन्ना कोर्टान आमची भुमिका, कोर्टान आमची बाजू ही भक्कम आसा. तुमी कोर्टाच्या भायर वचून आमची बाजू कमकुवत करपाक दिवं नाका. तुमी घट रावा, तुमी बँड जावं नाका, तुमी डिस्कशन करा, पूण तुमी कसलोच एग्रीमेंट करूं नाका, तुमी कसलेच गजालीचेर अग्री जावं नाका अशें तांणी कालच्या सर्वपक्षीय बैठकींत मुख्यमंत्र्याक सांगलां.
But the unfortunate part, Rajanji, is that Karnataka has never done anything to suit Goa's interest. And also you must understand, when the Karnataka Chief Minister sits on the table, he cannot agree to anything that Goa says because he has to go back to his constituents. At the end of the day, it's a huge political issue for him as well. So the issue is, okay, while all water disputes tribunal generally make a last ditch attempt to reconcile and get the parties to talk to each other, but I really feel that very little is going to come out of it. But nevertheless, let us see. But at the same time, we must not compromise, and that is very, very important.
सुजय जी, ह्या इश्यू वयल्यान एस्पेशली कर्नाटक तामिळनाडू इश्यू हांव स्टडी करपाचो प्रयत्न करतालो, समजून घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करतालो. म्हणजे अशें लक्षांत आयलें की आयज मेरेन तांच्यान कितले तरी अग्रीमेंट जाले. हो इश्यू एक्चुअली आपल्या ब्रिटीश काळांतल्यान आशिल्लो आनी जे लिटिगेशन गेलां ते कितले तरी 100 वर्सां पयलीं लिटिगेशन हें जाल्लें आसा आनी थंयच्यान ह्यो गजाली सगळ्यो स्टार्ट जाल्ल्यो आसा. सो दर वेळा तांच्यांनी कितें तरी अग्रीमेंट केला, दर वर्सा दर वेळा तांच्यांनी कितें तरी आमी अशें करुया तशें करुया अशें तांच्या मदीं कॉम्प्रोमायज जाला. पूण प्रत्येक वेळा तांच्यांनी इवन कोर्टाची ऑर्डरी तांच्यांनी डिफाय केल्ली आसा ह्या पयलीं आनी कोर्टा कडल्यान तांकां खूबदां अशी बडी पडिल्ली आसा. पण तरी ते आपले जालां अशें की कर्नाटकांत जो वॉटर इश्यू आसा तो पॉलिटिकल जाला टोटल आनी फाल्यां ह्या पॉलिटिक्सांत गोंय भरडलें वचूं न्हय हें भोवतेक लोकांचे आमचे जे राजकीय नेते आसा तांचें मत आसा.
Okay, now coming to the next issue of the Monica murder case, the more and more details are coming out. It's extremely gruesome. What we see here is a story in the Times of India which says the killer, the alleged killer, says he stripped Monica Ghurde, the perfume specialist who was murdered, to film and blackmail her. And this story has some very seedy and very worrying details. It says that the killer, who's a native of Punjab apparently, Rajkumar Singh, he managed to get into the house and smothered her with a pillow to make her unconscious, and then while she was unconscious according to him, he went inside the kitchen, he cooked some eggs, cooked an omelette, ate, waiting for Monica to get up and then film her in the nude to blackmail her. When he did all that and went back to the bedroom, he realized that she was dead. She was just not unconscious, and that's exactly what happened. He says he did not do it. But the sad part is, and the very unfortunate, shocking part is the brazenness, in which this is done. The way he could just come into the house and do this and kind of smother her and strip her and so on and so forth. This is, I mean, the point is, the shock never stops. As more and more details come out, you realize how gruesome this particular murder is, and this has nothing to do with Goa, but it also shows what Goa has become, in the sense that with the topography change, with the type of people who are coming into Goa changing, with an influx of a large number of new buildings, new people buying homes, a huge influx leading to the need for more security guards, more people coming in from outside, more unchecked people looking into Goa's Goa's security. All this completely adds up and leads to an extremely worrying situation.
सुजय जी, ह्या पर्टिक्युलर केसीन एक गजाल अशी जाल्या की तो एक दीस पयलीं तो त्या कॉम्प्लेक्सान आयिल्लो, तो फेन्स क्रॉस करून आयलो, तो भितर बिल्डिंगेंत चल्लो, तो टेरासाचेर गेलो आनी टेरासाचेर तो एक दीस रावलो, उपरांत तो फ्लॅटांत भितर आयलो आनी मागीर जे कितें ताणें केलें, तुमी आतां जें सांगलें तें सगळें केलें. हाचो अर्थ असो जाता की एक म्हणजे बिल्डींग ताका खबर आशिल्ली, ती विसिनिटी खबर आशिल्ली, सो ताका लागून तो भितर सरपाक पावलो आनी तो मोनिकाक वळखतालो, ताका लागून मोनिकान कदाचित ताका एंट्री दिली आसतली. उपरांत ताणें अशेंय कांय एका पेपरान हें केलां की ताणें आपूण रेप केला हें मान्य केलां अशें रिपोर्टेड आसा. पुलिसांनी कांय ऑफिशियली कांय सांगिल्लें ना, पण जें कितें घडलें खूब सिरियस अशें आसा. आनी तुमी जे आतां कांय भंय तुमी जो व्यक्त केला चिंता व्यक्त केल्या ती सारखी आसा की आमी बाबा आमचें रक्षण करपा खातीर ज्या लोकांक हाडटा तेच जर आमकां आमचे भक्षक जाले जाल्यार आमची परिस्थिती कितें जातली. गोंयकारांनी खूब गांभिर्यान विचार करपाची गरज आसा की आमी कोणाक घरां विकता, आमी कोणा जमनी विकता, आमी कोणाक आमकां भाडेकरू म्हणून दवरता आनी शेवटाक मागीर कितें जाता. हे घटनेन सगळ्यांच्या मुखार आयिल्ली आसा ही फॅक्ट हो आनी सगळ्यांनी गंभीरपणान ताजेर विचार करपाची गरज आसा अशें म्हाका दिसता.
As a solution, don't you think there are rules. It is mandatory for every licensed security agency to do a absolutely proper background check of everybody they take in, and that is not being done, and the police is not kind of enforcing this, and that's what is also sad.
सी फॉर्म म्हणून जो हे आसा इवन पुलिसेन त्या बद्दल सगळी म्हायती दिवपाक जाय. इवन जे कोण रावता भाडेकरू कोण नवो मनीस जेन्ना येता लोकॅलिटीन ताचे बद्दल सगळी म्हायती पुलिशे कडेन आसपाक जाय. पूण खुबशे अशे घर मालक ती पुलिसांक दिना आनी जेन्ना अशें कितें इन्सिडंट जाता तेन्ना खूब गंभीर अशे प्रश्न तातूंतल्यान निर्माण जाता. आज आमी दैनीक हेराल्डान त्याच विशयाचेर आमी आज एडिटोरियल घेतलां की राज्यातील महिला आणि सुरक्षा असो विषय घेतला आणि आम्ही हे तुम्ही आता जे सांगला ते आम्ही तातूंत सगळे सो आम्ही ते सगळे घेतला भितर.
What are the other headlines in the Marathi papers?
हय आम्ही वाळवंटीला पूर आणि राजधानी जॅम.
You've taken two local issues.
लोकल इश्यूज. वाळवंटी काल जो पावस पडला मुसळधार पावस जो खूप म्हणजे जो खास करून वयल्या भागात चड पडला. गोंयांतय ऑफकोर्स खूप पडला पूण ताका लागून केन्नाच ह्या वर्सा पूर्ण पावस पडलो पूण सांखळेंत केन्ना पूर येवना आनी त्या भागात वाळवंटी न्हंयक केन्ना पूर येवना. पूण काल परिस्थिती खूप गंभीर आशिल्ली. धरणाचे स्लूज जे गेट्स आसा ते ओपन करचे पडल्यो आनी बरेचशे उदक भायर सोडचे पडले. जवळ जवळ 20च्या वयर कितें 70 कितें तरी म्हणला ताणें इतले उदक भायर सोडचे पडले आनी दोनूय पावसाचे उदक आनी धरणाचे उदक. धरणाचे उदकाक लागून पूर आयलो अशें ना पूण सोडचे पडले तो फॅक्ट आशिल्लो कारण तें जर करना जाल्यार धरणाक धोको आशिल्लो. सो अशी सगळी परिस्थिती जाली आनी लोकांच्या घरांनी लोकांच्या कुळागरांनी काही वर्सां पयलीं 2008 अशें थंयचे लोकल लोक सांगता की इतलो मोठो पावस पडलो आनी इतलो मोठो पूर आयलो की लोकांचे संवसार लोकांची कुळागरां लोकांची शेती भाती सगळी बरबाद जाल्ली. सुजय जी हातूंतली सगळ्यांत मोठी धोकादायक जी गजाल आसा आतां जो पावस पडटा शेतांक पिकपाक आयल्या भात पिकपाक आयला आनी बरोबर पावस इतलो मोठ्यान पडटा की ती पिकिल्ली शेतां ही आडवी जावपाक लागल्या. सो ताका लागून मोठें नुकसाण जावपाची शक्यता आसा. म्हाका याद आसा जे 2008चो जो उल्लेख करता ते वर्सा भाताक शेवटे कोंब आयले जे ग्रेन्स आसा ताका कोंब आयले आनी सगळी खूप नुकसाणी जाल्ली त्या टायमार.
So Rajendra, this unseasonal, I mean, I will not say unseasonal, but this continued rain, it will actually affect crops. It will actually affect agriculture in a very big way, and that is completely worrying.
बरेचश्यो ह्यो ज्यो बागायती आसा खास करून कुळागरां ही न्हंयच्या कडेकच आसता आनी एकदां असो पूर आयलो काय ना ताचे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात ताची नुकसाणी जाता आनी ती भरून येना 2 वर्सां मागीर आनी ते परमनंट डॅमेज जावन सगळे हातून बसता. सुजयजी दुसरी जी बातमीचो हांवें उल्लेख केला राजधानी जॅम. काल जो परवरी आणि पणजेत जो काय प्रॉब्लेम जाला जे लोक ह्या मार्गा वयल्यान ट्रॅव्हल करता तांणी ताचो पूर्ण अनुभव घेतला. सकाळी फातोडेचेर सादारण एक्सिडेंट जालो ट्रकाक ताका लागून ट्रॅफिकाचो सकाळच्यानच प्रॉब्लेम जालो आनी उपरांत जो दिसभर म्हणजे परवरी सादारण ओ कोकेरो कडल्यान पुला पर्यंत पावपाक 1 वर 1.5 वर सुद्दां लागला कारण भितरले रस्ते सुद्दां जॅम आशिल्ले मेन रोड जॅम आशिल्लेच. परत पुलाचें काम स्टार्ट आसा तो एक तातूंत फॅक्टर आसा. पुलाचें काम एक्सिडंट आनी हो विकेंड असल्या कारणान खुबशे ट्युरिस्ट मोठ्या प्रमाणात गोंयांत आयिल्ले आसा दसऱ्याच्या निमतान आनी ताचो परिणामय बरोचसो ह्या हाचेर जालो. म्हणजे ट्रॅफिक जॅमाचें तें एक कारण अशें कांय जाण सांगता. पण खंय तरी म्हाका दिसता हो एक्सिडेंटाचो पार्ट सोडा पण आतां पुलाचें काम सुरू आसा आनी दर दिसा जे लोक त्या मार्गा वयल्यान प्रवास करता तांकां ज्या परिस्थितींतल्यान वचचें पडटा गव्हर्मेंटान कितें तरी ताचेर गंभीर विचार करपाची गरज आसा. आयदर रस्तो रुंद करा कितें तरी ताचेर मार्ग काडा. पण
yes, I think it's indeed shocking and in fact the Goan has led with it saying a day when traffic stopped and the issues we've all mentioned this and what is important here is that this particular the new Mandovi bridge will take another 2 years at least to be completed. Now for 2 years are we going to see these regular traffic jams from Porvorim to here? What is actually happening is that the charm of living in Porvorim and coming to Panjim is completely gone. It's become a nightmare. And people, and it's become probably worse than Bombay traffic. You know, there are people who are saying that to commute from Porvorim to Panjim it's taking over an hour and a half, and coming from Mapusa it's even worse. So the point here is, you have one accident, one car breaking down, one tire puncture, one axle breaks down, and the traffic is completely congested, primarily because there is no space. And what happens is, when that bottleneck happens, then traffic is diverted to Bethi. I mean, the traffic moves to Bethi and tries to move down the narrow Bethi roads, trying to access Kalangut and Sangolda and Saligaon through that other route. Now that route completely gets chock-a-block. Yesterday the ferries got completely chock-a-block because people were trying to now use ferries to cross the river. So it's one big mess. And the point is, the government cannot sit back and say that, look, no pain without gain, and you need to have these pains to have gain a good bridge. That it does not happen anywhere in the world. You do a construction like this, you have alternate ways of diverting traffic, and that's not being done.
कालच्या त्या जमात आमचे संरक्षण मंत्री मनोहर पर्रीकरही अडकले. बरोच वेळ ते हातून अडकून पडले, आणि कारण चान्सच नाशिल्लो. इमेजिन करा, समजा एखादी ॲम्ब्युलन्स आशिल्ली.
That's right, absolutely. See, my point is, a VIP getting stuck does not kind of tug at my heart so much. But what you just said, I mean, a VIP getting stuck and getting delayed for a public meeting is okay. But what is not okay is an ambulance getting stuck. What is not okay is somebody rushing to hospital in a car, or going to school, or meeting some other emergency. These are critical things. Apart from man hours being lost, this can even cause a loss of lives. But we are just not sensitive to this.
सुजयजी, ब्रिक्साची तयारी खूप नेटान आसा, आणि अंतिम हातून आसा, शेवटच्या हातून. काल 7 बुलेट प्रूफ गाडयो गोंयांत पावल्या, आणि हाजे जे आमचे सेंटर फोर्सीस आसा ताचे 9 ऑलमोस्ट तांच्यो कंपन्यो, प्लॅटून्स हे गोंयांत पावला, हे सेक्युरिटीच्या हाज्या खातीर. ह्यो ज्यो बुलेट प्रूफ कार्स आसा ते जे वेगवेगळ्या देशांचे प्रमुख येतले. काल कन्फर्म जालां की चीनाचो प्रिमियर येता, पुतीन रशियाचो येता, बाकीच्या देशांचे येता, आणि प्लस जांकां आनी 5 देशांक जे तांणी इन्वायट केलां, जे एशिया पॅसिफिक हातून येता, सो तेय आसा, आणि ते तांचेय प्रमुख येतले. सो तयारी खूप मोठ्यान सुरू आसा.
It'll be a big 2 days for Goa. I imagine you have the Prime Minister of India, of course. You have President Putin. You have Chinese Premier Xi. You have the South African Premier. You have the Brazilian Prime Minister. It's a huge gathering, and it's not just about BRICS. It's about also bilateral talks which leaders are going to have with each other. So Goa is becoming a big center. Of course, we feel that this will lead to a boost in Goa's tourism, but that of course remains to be seen. But let us see it for what it is. It's an important occasion, and we are proud that Goa was chosen for such an event. Takes us back to the days of Chogam, when all the heads of the Commonwealth states came, and of course that was the time when the Chogam road was made, new hotels were made, and of course this time we are only having road widening and not new roads. But it's important. It's just a nice box to check that they were all here, and Goa has become an extremely important venue for such a critical world event. We must understand that this event is also being held in the backdrop of the surgical strikes. The isolation of Pakistan is absolutely complete. The decimation of SAARC is also there. The whole spirit of SAARC lies in tatters, as all countries, South Asian countries, have boycotted the SAARC summit in Pakistan. All of them are going to be here. There's going to be discussion on a new alignment of countries of this region. So diplomatically, it's going to be very important for India. We're just proud that Goa happens to be the venue where this is happening.
चीनाचो प्रिमियर शुक्रारा दिसा शी जिनपिंग शुक्रारा दिसा गोंयांत, फ्रायडे गोंयांत पावता अशी एक बातमी गोमंतकान दिल्या. दुसरी एक महत्वाची बातमी अशी ना ती, एक जाहीर सभेची बातमी आसा. काल पर्रीकरान सांगलें की जवानांच्या शौर्याचे राजकारण नको. गोमंतकान लीड केल्या, बाकीच्या पेपरांनी, दैनिक हेराल्डांनी केल्या, लोकमतान केल्या, बाकीच्यांनी केल्या, की शौर्याचे राजकारण नको. आणि ताणें ताका सांगचें पडलें की आपल्या पक्षान ह्या एकूण सर्जिकल स्ट्रायकाचें राजकारण करूं ना, ताचें श्रेय घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करूं ना. मुळांत हें कित्याक सांगचें पडटा? तुमी करूं ना जाल्यार तुमकां सांगचें कित्याक पडटा? खंयची गजाल त्या गजालींतली सेन्सिटिविटी, त्या गजालींतली एकूण लोकांच्यो ज्यो भावना आसा त्यो लक्षांत खुबदां घेवन काही गोष्टी करच्यो पडटा. पूण काही राजकीय पक्ष प्रत्येक गोष्टीचे जे श्रेय घेवपाचो जांचो जो प्रयत्न आसता ताका लागून काही वेळा गजाली बॅकफायर जाता आणि म्हाका दिसता की अशी परिस्थिती केन्ना केन्ना उद्भवता.
Do you feel, Rajanji, that politicizing these strikes is actually good? My point is parties do it. But don't you think it's in bad taste to overdo it, make it into a political issue? I mean, my point is, of course, the target is the defense minister because he is the defense minister. But the point here is that he is also working according to directions of a party. And do you think people, because see, India is far more educated than what it was. Far more aware. I will not say educated, far more aware than what it was in 65 and 71. The television, plays a big role. Social media plays a big role, and it's a new generation of Indians who are much more enlightened. Do you think they are actually liking that a ruling political party is taking or trying to make this into an electoral issue, if at all?
म्हाका दिसता की बाकीचे श्रेय घेवपाचो प्रॉब्लेम काय नसता. मदीं जर सत्काराची जी तयारी केली ह्या लोकांनी, ताका लागून एकूण वातावरण म्हणजे प्रत्येक मनशाच्या हातूंतल्यान आमी रिएक्शन पळयताले की ह्या लोकांनी कितें चलयलां अशें एक रिएक्शन. इवन हांवें काही पार्टी लोकांची सुद्दां रिएक्शनां आयकलीं की हें नाका आशिल्लें.
Yes, it's not a moment to celebrate because operations are still going on. People are still getting martyred. Orphans are, on a daily basis, somebody is losing their father and mother, becoming an orphan.
सुजयजी, बॉर्डर एरियेतले लोकांचे प्रॉब्लेम्स खूप गंभीर आसा. आमी तांचो विचार केन्नाच करना.
Yes, and what has happened is that the problem has not solved. There have been people crossing the line of control on a daily basis from there.
Yes.
We are still neutralizing those threats. Our soldiers are doing what they can. Deaths are still happening. So my point is just hang on, and let the defense forces do their work. Stop politicizing it. Okay, Raji, just if you permit me, I'll just wanted to refer to just one interesting exclusive story that Herald did. This is essentially on the GSIDC's new address, meaning the GSIDC is moving into a building called Spaces in Pato, and the Goa State Infrastructure Development Corporation moving from the EDC building to the Pato building. It's a swank new office. They are taking it on rent, and they are paying 8.22 lakhs monthly for the space. The money issue is, of course, one issue. But 8.22 lakhs must be small change for the GSIDC, which is doing huge projects. The question here is that do we need to pay such huge rents or rents at all in private buildings for government corporations? We have seen this as far as the courts are concerned, that when the courts moved from where they were to again to the Pato area and to the Spaces building, and of course the law department is paying a huge outgo every month. Now you have the GSIDC moving into private spaces. My point is, does the government need to kind of rent private spaces when it really does have land? It's not that they don't have land, it's not that they don't have buildings. They can have land for all kinds of projects. Just my point is, just construct and go into your new own premises. Why pay so much of rent? Your views on this?
फाटी जेन्ना हो इश्यू पाट्या कॉम्प्लेक्सांत काही एक जे गव्हर्मेंट ऑफिस व्हेलें ताका लाखांनी रुपयांचे भाडे फारीक केले, हाजे वयल्यान खूप मोठो इश्यू जाल्लो. पण सरकार प्रत्येक वेळा हे इश्यूज कित्याक तयार करता काय कळपाक मार्ग ना. तातूंत लोकांक अशें दिसता की कोणाची तरी सोय करपा खातीर तुमी तो जो मालक कोण आसा ताची सोय करपा खातीर तुमी ह्यो गजाली करता. सरकाराचे खुबशे जागा आसा ज्यो मोठ्यो जागा, त्या जागांचो जर वापर केलो जायत जाल्यार शक्य आसा, कारण आनी दिवचे पडचे ना. जागा जाय, खंयच्याय गव्हर्मेंट ऑफिसाक हाच्या खातीर जागा जाय, डिपार्टमेंटाक म्हणा किंवा बाकीचे. पण अशेंय न्ही की ती जागा घेता आसतना गव्हर्मेंट ट्रेझरी की आज ज्या परिस्थितींतल्यान गव्हर्मेंट वता, गव्हर्मेंट कितेंय सांगू पण सरकाराची परिस्थिती खूप तशी गंभीर आसा. आर्थिक स्थिती खूप बिगडल्ली आसा. हाजे लोनाचे जे संकट राज्याचेर आसा ते आसाच. हजारांनी कोटीचे कर्ज, जे आतां पर्यंत इतलें कर्ज खंयच्याच गव्हर्मेंटान घेतिल्लें ना, हो फॅक्ट आसा. गव्हर्मेंटान तो मान्य करपाक जाय. आनी अशा परिस्थितींत तुमी आनी सरकाराच्या तकलेचेर जे लोन आसा तें वाडयता. सो हें कमी जावपाक जाय.
Before you end, a quick look at sports. India, of course, is on the verge of winning the third and the final test match against New Zealand, scoring 557 for 5 declared in the first innings and bowling New Zealand out for 299 with Ashwin taking 6 wickets. India, of course, did not enforce the follow-on. They're batting again at 18 for no wicket. Good news there. As far as football is concerned, again, we are still kind of sulking with our big loss in the first ISL game. But of course, we need to bounce back quickly. We are not among the top performers. Of course, today is a big game between Mumbai and Atletico de Kolkata. Both the teams have unbeaten so far, so that's there. And and then of course there's the BRICS football going on. That's interesting. All the BRICS countries are playing a football tournament in Goa, which of course does not have the same fan following as FC Goa does. Pity that that club football has more following than national football. But that's the way it's all going anyway. Rajendra, your closing remarks before we finally end the show.
जे आम्ही स्टार्ट केले दसऱ्यापासून हांव दसऱ्यापासूनच ह्या चर्चेचे हे करता की खंय तरी आमी पॉझिटिव्ह खंय तरी आमी विचार करपाची गरज आसा, आमी राज्याचो विचार करपाची गरज आसा, आमी मानवतेचो विचार करपाची गरज आसा आणि जे आमच्या मदीं जो भाईचारा आसा, जे ब्रदरहूड आसा किंवा आमच्या शेजाऱ्या कडले आमचे संबंध आसा, आमी जेन्ना भायर घरांतल्यान वता तेन्ना आमी सगळ्या समाजाचे आसता, आमी सगळ्या समाजाचे घटक म्हणून आमी वावरपाक जाय, वागपाक जाय आणि हो दसरो तुमच्या आयुष्यांत खूब बरे गजाली हाडचो, तुमच्या आयुष्यांत आनंद हाडचे, भरभराट हाडची आणि सगळ्यांचे बरे जावचे अशें आमी मागता. आणि
I completely echo Rajendji's thoughts. Wish you all a very, very happy, prosperous, joyous Dasera and greetings for the fine festival season ahead. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great week.